In the dusty village of Umuokoro, where goats attended meetings better than some human beings, there lived a young man named Okechukwu, but everybody called him Okey Fire. Not because he was hot. Not because he was dangerous. But because anything he touched somehow ended in smoke. One day he tried roasting yam and burnt half the village fence. Another day he attempted to repair his uncle's bicycle and somehow removed the brake, the chain, and the owner's hope at the same time. Yet Okey had one powerful gift. He could talk. Oh! The boy could talk a fish back into water. If there was an Olympic competition for explaining nonsense confidently, Okey would bring home gold, silver, and bronze. Unfortunately, talking was the only thing he practiced. Whenever young men gathered to learn trade, farming, wrestling, carpentry, blacksmith work, or fishing, Okey would sit under the mango tree crossing one leg over the other like a retired chief. Life is all about connection, he would say. Preparation is for people that don't know destiny. The old men would hiss. The women would shake their heads. Even chickens avoided him because he once tried to teach them advanced egg-laying motivation. Only one person still believed in him. His grandmother, Mama Nwakigo. That old woman had eyes sharper than village gossip. One evening, while the orange sun rested lazily behind the palm trees, she called Okey. "My son." "Yes, grandmother." "Do you know why a goat that dances in the market eventually enters the soup pot?" Okey scratched his head. "Because it danced too much. Because it forgot why it came to the market." Okey blinked twice. That sounded deep, but he didn't understand anything. Mama Nwakigo continued. "Opportunity can visit anybody. But only prepared people can keep it." Okey laughed. "Grandma, you worry too much. One big opportunity is all I need. Once I hammer, everybody will understand." The old woman sighed the sigh of someone tired of explaining mathematics to a wall. Now in Umuokoro village, there was one man richer than imported rice during Christmas. His name was Chief Maduoko. The man owned 4 cocoa farms, 3 palm plantations, 2 lorries, and 1 stomach that arrived 5 minutes before the rest of his body. Whenever he sneezed, poor people shouted, "God bless you," with expectation. One Harmattan morning, news spread like generator smoke. Chief Maduoko was looking for a personal assistant. Not just any assistant. Someone educated, smart, disciplined, and trustworthy. Salary. Enough to make villagers suddenly remember they were related to him. The entire village exploded into activity. Young men started wearing top shirts. People who never touched books suddenly carried notebooks up and down. One boy even borrowed spectacles though he couldn't see with them. Only Okey relaxed beneath the mango tree chewing groundnuts. His friend, Basi, stared at him in disbelief. "You're not preparing." "For what?" "The interview." Okey laughed loudly. "My brother, success is natural for some people." Basi looked at him carefully. "Natural?" "Yes. You cannot write proper application letter. Grammar is oppression. You don't know accounting. Calculator exists. You don't wake up early. Sleep is important for destiny." Basi sighed. "Okey, one day trouble will wear slippers and enter your room." The interview took place in Chief Maduoko's massive compound. People arrived dressed like politicians during election season. One man wore suit and tie under hot sun until sweat was flowing like leaking tap. Another candidate practiced English under a tree. "Good morning, Honorable Sir. I am humble delightfulness." He fainted before finishing the sentence. Inside the compound, applicants answered questions. "What experience do you have? What skills can you offer? How do you manage records? Meanwhile, Okey arrived 2 hours late carrying roasted corn. The security guard stopped him. "Where is your file?" "What file?" "Your credentials." "My face is my credential." The guard blinked slowly. "You came for interview without documents." Okey smiled proudly. Talent cannot be photocopied. Even the guard became confused. Somehow, after plenty begging and confidence mixed with foolishness, Okey entered. Chief Umuokoro looked at him over his glasses. "You are late." "Sir, greatness takes time." The chief frowned. "What can you do?" Okey smiled. "I can adapt." "To what?" "To anything." "Can you keep financial records?" "I believe in learning on the job." "Can you use typewriter?" "I can press things confidently." "Can you organize schedules?" "I was born organized." At that exact moment, Okey mistakenly sat on the chief's cat. The cat screamed like a demon being delivered. Okey jumped. The chair broke. The roasted corn scattered everywhere. One piece entered the chief's soup. Silence. Absolute silence. Even the ceiling fan seemed embarrassed. Chief Umuokoro pointed at the door. "Leave." Okey stood proudly. "You fear potential. Get out." Okey ran. For the next 2 weeks, the village laughed. Children sang songs whenever Okey passed. Preparation is oppression. Preparation is oppression. Even goats looked at him with disappointment. At first, Okey acted proud. But deep down, shame was beating him like talking drum. One evening he sat alone beside the river. Then Mama Umuokoro came and sat beside him quietly. After some minutes she spoke. "Pain is a good teacher when pride finally sleeps." Okey looked down. "Grandma. Maybe I messed up small." "Small?" "Okay, very much." The old woman smiled. "For years you waited for opportunity. But when it arrived, you were empty." Her words entered his chest like hot pepper soup. For the first time in his life, Okey became honest with himself. He was lazy. He mocked learning. He wasted time. He wanted harvest without planting. He wanted applause without practice. That night, something changed. The next morning the village almost collapsed from shock. Okey woke up before sunrise. Even the cock crowed twice to confirm. He followed Bassi to the farm. He learned bookkeeping from the church secretary. He practiced writing. He learned proper English. He apprenticed briefly under a carpenter. He even learned how to greet elders without sounding like a confused politician. Whenever people mocked him, he continued. Whenever learning became hard, he continued. Whenever he failed, he continued. Months passed. Then 1 year. The former noisemaker became disciplined. The former lazy dreamer became useful. One evening Mama Umuokoro watched him repair a broken stool perfectly. Tears entered her eyes. Not because of the stool. Because preparation was finally entering his life. Then disaster struck Umuokoro. Heavy rains fell for 7 days. The river overflowed violently. Bridges collapsed. Farms drowned. People panicked. One night, news spread that Chief Umuokoro's storage barn was collapsing with workers trapped inside. Villagers gathered shouting helplessly. Water rushed like angry spirits. The chief himself was trembling. "My workers! Somebody help!" But fear held everyone. Then Okey stepped forward. By now he had learned carpentry, rope work, and basic rescue skills from helping builders and farmers. Quickly he organized the young men. "You, bring ropes. You, gather lanterns. Cut bamboo." His voice carried authority nobody expected. Working together, they built temporary support beams and rescue platforms. Rain beat them mercilessly. Mud swallowed their legs. One man almost drowned. But Okey kept leading. After hours of struggle, every trapped worker was rescued alive. The entire village erupted in cheers. Chief Umuokoro stared at Okey in disbelief. This was not the same foolish conquering boy. This was a prepared man. 3 days later, Chief Umuokoro visited Mama Nwakigo's hut personally. Villagers nearly fainted. Rich men did not visit poor compounds unless something serious happened. Okey came outside nervously. Chief Umuokoro looked at him carefully. "I misjudged you." Okey bowed his head. "No, sir. At that time, you judged correctly." The chief smiled slowly. "That answer alone shows growth." Then he continued. "I still need a personal assistant. But this time, I need a man, not a noisemaker." Okey almost swallowed his tongue. The villagers screamed with excitement. One woman even shouted, "God has remembered the burnt fence family." Years passed. Okey transformed completely. He helped modernize the chief's businesses. He created proper records. He trained workers. He saved money. Eventually he started his own trading company. And slowly, the boy once mocked by chickens became one of the most respected young men in the region. But the funniest thing, every year during the village festival, Okey would roast corn publicly. And whenever people laughed, he laughed louder. Then he would tell the children, "Opportunity is important. But if preparation is absent, opportunity will disgrace you publicly." The children would laugh. Then he'd add, "If you like, carry roasted corn to interview." Even the elders would burst into laughter. Lessons learned. 1. Opportunity alone is not enough. Many people pray for open doors, but preparation is what keeps the door open. 2. Discipline beats empty confidence. Noise does not equal competence. 3. Failure can become a teacher. Okey's embarrassment changed his life because he accepted correction. 4. Preparation happens before the spotlight. The village only saw Okey's success later. They did not see the months of learning and sacrifice. 5. Humility opens greater doors. When Okey admitted his past mistakes, growth truly began. 6. Skills create confidence. Prepared people don't panic when opportunity appears. 7. Time wasted today can become regret tomorrow. Lazy habits silently destroy future opportunities. Note: when opportunity comes, it does not wait for people still preparing excuses. Or as Mama Nwakigo would say, "A man who sharpens his cutlass before harvest will not fear the size of the farm."